Hi guys, it's me again. It's the painful wrist guy. Yeah, I wanted to give you guys an update what has been happening in my life for the last week. Basically, just a quick discussion about my symptoms, whether have they changed at all or not. Also, I will discuss the shockwave therapy, which I did for the very first time this week, and what happened to me. And yeah, just get general review of what has been happening in my life. So when we start off, I will just briefly mention my symptoms. My symptoms more or less are, as I discussed with you guys previously, mostly centered around, the flexor tendon, which runs below the forearm. This is my main weak point, but this is where it's worse. This is also where I get some weird tingling sensation sometimes, but no numbness and no loss of sensation. Also, like in the upper, in the upper region here, I get also some pain, but this is all secondary. Sometimes the back of the hand pains, and sometimes, of course, the elbow region, like here, this region hurts sometimes as well. So when it comes to symptoms, it hasn't really changed much compared to last week. That's a good thing for me mostly because that means that I was mostly pain-free. Of course, I was pain-free only as long as I did remain away from the computer or the mobile phone. I was not able to use the mobile phone much or the computer. Usually I would say after 2 to 3 minutes of using either the phone or keyboard, I do start getting like a very uncomfortable sensations. It's not sometimes it's pain, sometimes it feels like it's swelling, sometimes just the tingling gets stronger, and I don't know, basically my body is telling me to stop doing what I'm doing. So but overall, as I said, I was if I was not working, I was pain free, which was good. It allowed me to repeat and continue basically to do the exercises which I've been doing during the last week. For now, I will just show you these guys very briefly. They were very mild baby step exercises, which I have discussed at length last week. As a quick reminder, I do all of them 20 repetitions 3 times a day. And additionally, afterwards, I use like plasticide, it's called, this thing which you can form with your hands. So overall, I would say I spent like 45 minutes to do one set because I'm very slow at these to not damage the tendon in any way. So that's why it takes 45 minutes. This doing like 3 times a day. One thing that was very pleasant for me was that my physiotherapist applied some special or like regular massage techniques to my forearm. He was the first guy to actually focus on this lower tendon, right, where I have the pains. He massaged it. Obviously he felt immediately that there is a lot of tension going on, and also that there is he was massaging along the tendon. And every once in a while, I would say like 5 times in total, he felt like a distinct sharp bump, where he said that that's one point where the muscles are overextended and overstretched and like hurtful and bad and whatnot. So he massaged this one. He also massaged me in the forearm region, which is here, right? This region he massaged. You guys can see like this. He massaged in the forearm region, and you basically did only the right arm, and oh my god, once I was finished with this, I felt a big difference between the right arm and the left arm. The right arm felt way better, way more relaxed, and it was not just a feeling even. When I was just standing up straight with the arms just hanging down like this, the angle here between this and this was way better, like 10 or 20 degrees better than when compared to the left arm. Even you guys can see it now. The left arm, when it rests, it looks like this. The right arm is going down way smoother. So, and this has been like 3 or 4 days ago. Actually, today's Friday, and I've been to the massage on Tuesday morning. So it's been actually quite some time. So this is one pleasant thing. Next time I go there, I will try to tell him to repeat this, and maybe to also take something from the left arm into consideration. Now, as the next point, I will briefly discuss the shockwave therapy. There is not much to discuss really per se. It's just, some unpleasant feeling exactly at the one point where you want it the most. It was quickly done. Yeah, it was not super bad or anything. I think anyone who can handle pain at all will be fine with it. Next time we'll go there, I will tell the doctor to even push higher with the pain, so we get really deep into this tissue. When it comes to the aftermath, I would say it might have helped with pain and tingling sensation a little bit. I would say it's a bit better, like 30% or something. So I definitely am looking forward to going next time. I will go again next week. The only bummer for me so far is that the doctor told me to rest the wrists for at least 1 or 2 days after the therapy treatment so the wrists can heal properly. The thing is, 1 or 2 days not doing anything is like, I feel like it's wasted time. So, but that's only the only downsides. Other than that, everything is fine. One thing that's actually quite fun to point out, the doctor I went to is the first doctor that had tendonitis himself. So he immediately knew exactly what it feels like, how fucking stubborn it is, how hard it is to get rid of, because he himself, he's a surgeon also, and he himself was not able to do any sort of surgeries for like 6 months. So he knows how hard it is. So it was really fun, or maybe not fun, but calming to discuss with someone who knows how it is like. So, but yeah, the shockwave therapy, I think if it has done anything for me, it might have lowered my pain a little bit, which is great for me because I am planning to introduce new exercises in the coming days. And actually, this is a good point to discuss which new exercises will be added soon. This is a good question because I saw a great video today about how exactly to heal tendons. I will link the video in the description below, but to make it very short, there are like 4 distinct phases how you should go about a tendon. The first distinct phase is to start with isometrics, which basically, well, I will show you guys next week, or you can Google it yourself. So this is my goal for the next couple of days, maybe the next week or so, and we'll see how it goes. If I can do those exercises without any pain or without any flare-ups, I will be super glad, because this would be the first mini milestone on the long journey that is ahead of me. I've been now 4 weeks in total in sick leave, so I've been spending my time at home. I've been running on the treadmill, which you see behind me, and I've been doing the baby exercises, which you've seen. But you know, you can do only so much. I'm getting bored. I would like to do more, but I also know very well how bad it can go if you overextend yourself, if you do something wrong, if you stretch it wrong. The flare-ups, oh man, they are merciless. You will be in pain, sometimes days. My worst flare-up, which I had like 3 weeks ago, lasted 5 full days. God, I was so depressed and so angry, and also like all this wasted time, like 5 days. Jesus. But yeah, I will try to add isometrics in the next 2 days, very lightly, very easily, step by step. I would rather go slower than faster and avoid flare-ups, you know. This is my way to go about it. And now one final thing which I would really like to discuss with you guys would be that before we go, this one symptom, which I will just show you now. I've had this twitching sensation in my little finger, especially on my right arm, which is the more damaged one, for some time now. And I don't know why, but if you look at exactly, when I just rest the little finger, nothing happens. But if I start pushing the little finger against the finger next to it, against the ring finger, the whole little finger starts to shake and to twitch like insane. Of course, when I let off of it and just let the finger hang, you know, like normally, it's perfectly fine. But as soon as I just start to push very lightly, there's like not amazing force going on. I'm just pushing very lightly the finger against the ring finger. Immediately it starts to twitch around, and you know, you see it yourself. And for comparison, you guys can see on the left hand, I'm doing the same thing, and it's nowhere near the same symptom-wise. So my question would be, do you guys have any idea how I can basically make the situation better? I mean, like, okay, maybe it's coming from some inflammation, or maybe the tendon is overstretched or too short, you know, so it's chronically overused. But my question would be, do you guys have any idea how to treat this and how to improve the situation? Or is it even important at all? Or is it normal? Do you guys have it? I'm really curious about this, because so far I've discussed it only once with a doctor, and he's just basically scoffed at it. So yes, this would be it for this week. I'm looking forward for next week. I will, as I said, go again to shockwave therapy. I will try to add isometrics over the next few days. I'm looking forward to it so much, because basically that's where the healing starts. So I'm very glad I have been given the opportunity. And also my sick leave was extended for the next 4 weeks. We'll see how that goes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. See you next week, guys. Bye.